Moonlight streamed through tall library windows. Dust motes danced in the soft glow. Charles, a sleek black cat, stretched languidly. His red scarf, a bit too long, trailed behind him. He settled into a plush velvet armchair. A gentle chime echoed, "Nana clock." It was TM for a tale. Charles let out a wide, contented yawn. His eyes scanned the betting books shelf. He sought a special story for the night. His paw delicately touched an old, shiny book. Its title gleamed, "The Tiny Star That Got Lost." He carefully nudged it from the shelf. The book felt warm in his paws. He carried it back to his cozy armchair. With a soft click, he turned on the reading lamp. The room filled with a warm, inviting light. Charles opened the book to the first page. Suddenly, the book gave a tiny wiggle. Charles blinked, surprised by the movement. Then, a small voice spoke from the pages. "Hello, I'm an excited book," it chirped. Charles's ears perked up, intrigued. "I only talk when read with a listening heart." The book's voice was bright and eager. Charles nodded, a promise in his eyes. "I promise to listen," he whispered softly. He began to read the story aloud. The tale of Twinkle, a tiny star, unfolded. Twinkle lived high in the starry sky. One day, she sneezed a mighty sneeze. Poof! She fell right out of the sky. Down, down, down she tumbled. She landed in a dark, unfamiliar forest. Twinkle was lost and very scared. As Charles read, magic began to stir. The illustrations on the pages shimmered. They lifted, detaching from the paper. Tiny stars floated above Charles's head. They formed a miniature, sparkling sky. A small, glowing figure appeared. It was Twinkle, looking nervous and lost. She hovered just above the book. Her light flickered with uncertainty. Charles continued reading, captivated. The story was no longer just words. It was alive, unfolding before him. Twinkle's tiny, scared face was real. The book pulsed with gentle energy. Charles felt a deep connection to Twinkle. He knew he had to help her. His voice was steady, comforting. The library felt even cozier now. A magical journey had just begun. He turned the page, eager to continue. Twinkle watched him, hope in her glow. The book hummed a soft, happy tune. Charles smiled, ready for the adventure. His listening heart was wide open. The story waited for his next words. Twinkle, a tiny star, hovered nervously above Charles's head. The miniature starry sky pulsed softly with light. Charles's eyes, wide with wonder, followed Twinkle's anxious movements. He continued reading about Twinkle's predicament. The book's pages rustled, almost like a whisper. Twinkle had sneezed herself far from home into a dark forest. Charles's brow furrowed with concern for the little star. A soft, sparkly glow caught his attention. A beautiful moth, shimmering with stardust, fluttered into the library. It was drawn by the magical light emanating from the story. The moth, named Moth, danced around the floating illustrations. Its delicate wings beat a silent rhythm. Charles glanced up, a gentle smile touching his lips. "Oh dear," he murmured, his voice filled with empathy. Poor Twinkle. So lost and alone. The book wiggled slightly on his lap. A soft, encouraging voice emanated from its pages. "Keep reading, Charles," the book urged gently. "Twinkle needs your voice now more than ever." Charles nodded, understanding the importance of his task. He resumed reading, his voice a comforting presence. Each word he spoke seemed to strengthen Twinkle's faint glow. The illustrations above him brightened, more vibrant now. Moth circled Twinkle, its presence a silent comfort. Charles realized his reading was more than just storytelling. It was an active participation in Twinkle's magical journey. He was guiding her, page by page, through her dilemma. The book's wisdom resonated with every turning page. It was a magical companion, a silent co-conspirator. Moth landed gently on the edge of the open book. Its antennae twitched, sensing the unfolding enchantment. The story's magic was spreading, drawing in new listeners. Charles felt a warmth spread through his chest. His kind heart was the key to this unfolding adventure. He read about Twinkle's fear of the dark forest. The tiny star shivered above him, reflecting her story. Moth flew closer to Twinkle, offering a silent, sparkling embrace. Charles's voice was a beacon in Twinkle's imagined darkness. The book's pages turned almost by themselves. Each sentence brought Twinkle closer to a solution. The library felt alive with the story's magic. Moonlight streamed through the window, joining the glow. Charles, the cat, was now a vital part of the tale. He was Twinkle's guide, her hope, her voice. The stage was set for a grand adventure. Twinkle's journey home had just begun. With Charles's help, she would find her way. The book pulsed with anticipation, ready for more. Moth fluttered excitedly, a tiny guardian of the narrative. Charles's golden eyes gleamed with determination. He turned another page, the story deepening. The words flowed, painting vivid pictures in the air. Twinkle's glow brightened with each comforting syllable. The library was a sanctuary of shared imagination. Charles felt a deep connection to the little star. He was not just reading, he was nurturing hope. The book seemed to hum with quiet satisfaction. Moth danced a silent ballet around the glowing star. The adventure was truly underway, guided by a kind heart. Charles continued to read, his voice a gentle lullaby.